Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to another day, another beautiful day in Life with Sandy. Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, April 15th. I'm trying to get you centered here. Hang on. We only have one birthday. Today is Lamar Jones's birthday. So Lamar, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lamar. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great birthday, Lamar. My plans today are to be outside as much as I can be outside. I just love it out here. I'm just in my glory. This morning I rearranged my deck. I have it set up a little bit different than I did last year. So I can seat 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people right on the deck here, which is pretty good because my family's pretty big. And then I have like seats up on the top of the upper deck, as they say, and I have seats on the lower deck. So we have plenty of room when I have company. Which is supposed to be in the 70s today. Yesterday I got up into the 80s. I think it's going to hit the 80s again today. I really do. But and then Monday we have a chance of snow showers. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and then Thursday it's supposed to go back to being nice again. So that'll be nice. It'll be nice. And look, I got a long sleeve shirt on again. I don't know. I just something I grabbed in the closet. But David's going to come over later on. I have a park bench that I have out on the front when we sit out in front, and then the table, and I can't lift. It's getting heavy. As I get older, things get a little heavier. And then I have my deck chairs for the upper deck over there, which I could bring up one at a time, but David will just pick up all 4 of them and pick them up all, carry them up all at one time. So, and he'll pick up the bench, I'm sure. I'll offer to help, but he'll be fine doing it himself. And then I changed the battery on my outdoor clock, and that's working. And then I got my little planters out to get ready for my grandkids. Got me back in 2015. Wow, 8 years ago. Sebastian's broke though, as you can see. Let me show you. It cracked. So I had to put another fake little thing inside of it. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, sentimental things, like I said the other day. But I did go through the car wash. It was scary. I tell you, it was scary yesterday when I got. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. When I went to get my oil change, as I was going there, when I turned my right turn signal on, it went, which means it's not working. So when I got there for my oil change, I had a coupon to get $10 off my oil change, and I said, "Could you change the light for me, the back light?" Because before my light had gone out before, and Jim and I could not figure it out because it's so complicated. It's not like you just pop something off and then you just screw the bulb in. It's a major deal. It's like, I think that back in the day, we used to change our oil ourselves. We used to give ourselves a tune-up, although you don't need tune-ups anymore. But we used to change the spark plugs, change the oil. Jim used to do all of that. But nowadays, with all the electronics and everything, you gotta hire a technician to do it. So they said they could do it. Because of me, because of my stupidity, I guess. It's like no other word for it. I should have asked how much it was going to cost. I just assumed it wasn't going to. I was figuring that the light bulb would probably be $3 or $4, maybe $5, and then they'd probably charge me maybe $10 or $15 to put it in, $20 at the most. I thought, you know what, for all the hassle, I'll just pay the $20. So then when I got my bill, they didn't take $10 off. They only took $5 off. And I showed them. I said I gave them the card where they lost the card that had the 10% off, and they said it was only $5 or $10 off. They said it was only $5 off. And then, how much do you think they charged me to replace that bulb? The bulb was $3.60. So $3.60 is how much the bulb cost. $65.75 they charged me for the technician to change it. So that stupid light bulb cost me almost $70. Whereas if I would have went to AutoZone, they would have probably done it for me for free because I had them change my wipers the one time. I went and bought some wipers, and they said, "Do you want me to put them on?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "Well, we'll do all of that stuff for you. No charge." I don't know. I didn't think of that at the time, but I was just so annoying because it was just, yeah, I just think that's ridiculous. I mean, I go to the dealership and I told Jim I'm not going to the dealership anymore because, my car is 13 years old. I used to go to keep track of the warranty and all that. I don't think it's got any kind of a warranty on it now. Although it's only got 75,000 miles on it. For a 13-year-old car, I think that's pretty good. But, so, anyway, I got a turn signal now. Expensive one, let me tell you. An expensive turn signal. And then I thought, well, I'm going to go through the car wash. And my biggest fear getting in the car wash, is like when you got to get in that little rut with your tire, and I always think I'm going to overshoot it, and I thought that was my problem before. But I got in there with no problem, and I gave them, my money, which was ridiculous how much they charged. And then, and when I was like at that point where it was like jumping before, my car was like, and I thought, well, maybe I never paid attention when I go through with Jim, but then I got through and I was fine. So my car, I told Jim I'm good for another year because I don't wash my car that often. But it does look nice. It looks almost brand new. I don't have that many dings and scratches. And I mean, I have 13 years worth of wear on it, but I don't have a lot of dings and scratches. So, and then Danny, I don't know if you saw it on Facebook, because I had gone to the talent show on Wednesday, and Danny says, well, I heard I'm going to come over on Friday, but the boys aren't going to be able to come because they're going with Shannon somewhere for the weekend. And, but I guess what he said is, it's 1 o'clock. Can you hear my siren going off? No, that can't be this. Well, it is 1 o'clock, but it's not the first Saturday of the month. I'm kind of curious about that now. On the first Saturday of the month, the air raid sirens go off just to test the signal and all that. So if we're ever going to have a raid or something, they should do it on the first Saturday of the month at 1 o'clock. People will just think, oh, okay, it's the 1 o'clock bell. And in the town where I was born, although I wasn't born here, they have a 12 o'clock whistle that goes off every day at 12 o'clock, which is kind of neat. Although there's no factories or anything down there, I think that's just a tradition that they've had forever and ever. So they have a really loud bell that goes off, or siren or whatever. And then, so anyway, forgot what I was talking about. How easily I lose my train of thought. That's gonna bug me now. I know I was talking about my car and how it's got things and dangs, and the 1 o'clock whistle went off, and blah, 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 blah. Oh well. It must not have been important, as we say. If it was important, I would have remembered it, or I'll remember it before the end of the video. Jim's at his hunter safety classes today for the youth. Oh, I know, that was another thing I was going to tell you. But for the youth across the county. And so he's there from 8 to 4:30. Oh, Danny. I knew it would come back to me. I knew it. I just knew it. It just takes... It's taken a longer minute as I get older. Used to be just a couple seconds. Now it could take me a while. But Sandy, shut up before you forget what you're going to talk about. Anyway, I thought he said that he was going to come on Saturday or Friday, and he said that he told me at the talent show he was going to be here either Friday or Saturday. And so I told Jim last night, I said, well, I'm just going to make a tuna fish sandwich after Danny leaves, because I don't want to eat before he gets here, because I figured he usually comes around 4 or 5 o'clock. And then it got to be 5:30, and then it got to be 6 o'clock. And then I thought, oh, I'm going to go on Facebook. And then I go on Facebook, and he's just checking in to go golf. Danny always does 18 holes. So I knew that he was not going to be coming. So I did make a comment on his thing. And so then he called me when he got done with the golf, off of the golf course. He says, no, I told you Friday or Saturday. I said, oh, so I'm just supposed to sit here waiting, hoping and praying, wishing and hoping and thinking and praying that today you're going to grace me with your presence. He said, well, I'm sorry. I said, no, I'm just kidding with you. I said, we weren't going to do anything anyhow. I said, but you delayed our eating. That was the only thing but that. But, so, he did come. But anyway, so Jim and I just went for a drive last night. And then, when we were coming back, there's across the street and 2 houses over, there's, you've heard them last year, the little girls, they're screamers. Girls are always screamers. I remember from Christy and her friends. I don't know what it is about girls. They think they got to be screamers. But anyway, they go back and forth. There's like, they're that house, 2 houses that way, and then 2 houses that way is another house full of girls, and they're all the same age, and they run back and forth, and they scream and they yell and they have fun. But anyway, we were driving by, and they had like a little lemonade. I thought it was a lemonade stand. They're probably maybe 5. They could be like 5 years old now, maybe 4 or 5 years old. They're not much older than that. I don't think they're going. If they're going to school, they're just in kindergarten. But so they were out there selling their, I thought, lemonade. And so I told Jim, I said, "Oh, let's stop and let's pull over, and see what they're selling." And so they come running up to the truck and they said, "We're selling water." And so they had a couple bottles of water sitting on a little table. And I said, "Well, how much are you charging for the water?" And she says, $1. I said, "Oh, okay." So went my wallet to get some money out, and then I'm looking around and she's no parents. I'm thinking, as much as parents worry about everything, I'm thinking if your child has especially at that age, and especially a little girl, not to say that the little boys don't get grabbed too, but I'm thinking, why aren't you out here watching your little girls if they're having this kind of stand, unless you don't know that they're doing it. But anyway, so they come running up to the car, and what they did was they opened up the bottle of water and poured a half a glass in a red Solo cup. And that's what they were charging $1 for. At least it wasn't tap water, which if they were using their head, they probably should have used some tap. Maybe they did use tap water. Maybe they put tap water in the bottle and then they were just going to pour the water into that and make it look like they were giving me out of a water bottle. Anyway, so I gave them $5, and she says, "Oh, I don't have change." And I said, "No, that's okay. They just take the $5." And she says, "Oh my gosh." And she went running, her little girl screamed back into the house, "I got $5. I got $5. Somebody bought $5. Pay me $5. So as we were pulling into the garage, we could hear her running to the other houses, to the other little girls, and she's waving the $5. "I got $5. I got a $5 bill." So if anything, we made a little girl's life happy that night. So I don't know how they're going to split it, because it was her and her sister. So, and the other little girls didn't have a stand, so I didn't know if it was like a competition or something, because if there was, I probably would have went over there and gave them $5 too. But it was expensive water. But then when I saw them pouring it in that, I don't know. I'm thinking that they probably used the same Solo cup too. Who's to know? But so anyway, I don't have any plans. I kind of want to go to the show tonight, but I don't want to spend the money to go to the show when I got all these channels that I pay for on TV. So I don't know what Jim's plans are. And then, like I said, just bask in this beautiful weather, because tomorrow we're supposed to get rain and storms tomorrow. And like I said, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's supposed to just be in the 40s. But then turning the corner into the nice weather so I can sit outside more. But anywhooser, I guess that's going to do it. I'm not going to show you my food today, because it's just, I'm doing well. I do anticipate losing at least 1 pound this week, which I told you that was my goal through Lent. That's still my goal. If I don't lose a whole pound, I'm going to have a loss. I know that. I've been very good this week, other than Easter, but that was one day. And so I had to go a little crazy on Easter Sunday, so I still am anticipating a loss on Monday. But back on Monday, I'll start showing you my food again during the week. I find it easier to show you during the week. On the weekends, I know the last couple of days I've just been eating haphazardly. I've just been eating a little bit here and a little bit there. But I stayed on plan, and I stayed within my points, and I haven't chosen poorly. I've had healthy foods, not crap foods. But on the weekends, I just kind of like to relax. I used to not do, that doesn't even sound right. It used to be that I didn't do videos on Sundays. But then when I started having birthdays on Sundays, I did. So if for any reason there's not a birthday and I don't feel like doing a video on that particular day, don't worry about me, I'm fine. But see, a lot of times I think that people worry that if I don't show up, something happened to me. Boy, is that really feeling like, what's the word? Boasting about yourself. Conceited. Doesn't that sound... They're in there. Those words are in there. They're rattling around. They're trying to come out. But yeah, no, that sounds kind of conceited that, your whole world revolves around me showing up. I know that's not true. I'd like to think it, but I know it's not true. So, but anyway, the nicer weather will be going out more and not staying all cooped up in the house. Sebastian's baseball game should be starting up pretty soon. And you can tell the dogs are out. Who let the dogs out? Anyway, so that's going to do it. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. I will talk to you guys. I think my strings are all trying to make them. Try to make myself a little neater here. I'll talk to you guys soon.